We hot, we back, and we live. Cheers
It threw you for a
to
loop.
you. Hmm.
It threw you for a loop, huh?
What did?
The countdown.
A little bit, a little bit. You know, I like to start from 3. This one started from 5. So
No, you seemed like I just want to make sure your flow's still good. It didn't throw you off too much. Like we're gonna be okay, right?
yeah, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. The lighting in here is impeccable. Let me just say that first and first and foremost. It. You said what?
You're kind of feeling yourself, or what?
You know, a little bit. You told me the lighting was good. This was your change. This was your suggestion, so I should be giving all credit to you. Tell us where you're at right now. Tell us what's going on. Or actually, give us your beautiful intro as always. And we're in role reversal right now from the last time when they saw us.
Kind of funny because like the person Mike is the person that feels like they're interviewing the other person. Um, I
that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. I am currently in a different country than my sweet, handsome, glowing husband. I left this morning from Turkey and I flew to Sweden. And so I am in Sweden. I'm in Gothenburg for 3 days. And unfortunately, I forgot my headphones in Nashville 3 months ago. So I haven't had headphones in 3 months, and Jackie tried to loan me a pair of his, and I don't have a USB cube. I only have the USB-C cube, so I couldn't charge them. So I am just, for lack of better words, freeballing it with this iPhone right now. So I don't know what this sounds like. I hope we.
Are you on an iPhone? You're on an iPhone or an iPad?
I'm on the iPhone. I just thought the video would be better.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree. What was I gonna ask you? I was gonna say this. You just, I
I
know you don't have headphones. You don't have a mic today, so just I'll lead us through this.
I know it's kind of like brutal. I'm looking right now at this like 1 inch long hair on my ankle. It's so gnarly. I started like 2 years ago from Silk and in Nashville, and they're the best. Like I tell everyone it's the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. But like, there's a million little hair follicles. There's gonna be like one stray hair every once in a while. And I obviously like
Mm-hmm.
shave my legs really anymore at all. And so I'll randomly find these hairs like on my ankles. And I'm like, huh, I wonder how long that's been living with me.
So two things. So two things real quick. Did you just put in a promo or an ad without clearing it through the producer? That's first.
Uh,
Secondly,
yeah, you are the producer. Sorry.
second, secondly, can you speak directly at the camera? Because when you turn your head, you are very. I know you showing us your left side, but
This is my left
I
side.
just want you to. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying I know you're trying to give us a little bit of that left.
No, I was
Just
giving my
speak
right.
directly at the camera because
I-
we're not picking up the audio when you turn to the side.
Can you hear me? Is it better if I lift my phone like this?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. I was just saying just speak directly at the camera. When you
Oh,
turn to the side, it kind of
I'm sorry, with
I
Shapper.
want
It will not happen.
and I want everyone to hear everything you have to say today because it is a very important day in the fact that we are now caught up on the real New Jersey Housewives. Is this good to touch on first? You just recently actually just watched it because you were traveling today. So is there anything fresh? Because I've had a little more than 24 hours to think about this. So
I guess I just, before we get into this, want to just preface where I'm at mentally. Um, my travel day, because I'm like, we went to bed at what, 1 midnight, 12:30,
midnight of 12:31. Yeah.
something like that. We played games last night with a bunch of the teammates and their wives, and it was so good because we're.
Hey, baby. Um, I would definitely lift your phone up off whatever surface
Okay.
you have. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right. It's
My
so
bad.
frustrating because it's not your fault at all, but I get so annoyed like at gadgets because I'm just like, we're really gonna create an iPhone and not be able to set it down while we speak. It's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, so phone is in my hand and I'm currently feeling the arthritis shoot pain up my arm, but it's okay. I'm here with you guys. So,
Okay.
anyways, we played games with everyone because we only have like this week left, and so we're kind of just trying to soak up these last moments. And so I didn't want to say no, even though I knew I had an early flight. And so we get back, we go to bed around midnight, 12:30, whatever. We have to get up at 5 to go to the airport, and Jackie's love language is very much like, if you love me, you'll let me sleep.
Um,
And my love language is very much like, if you love me, you'll take me to the airport.
if I love you, you'll let me order you a Uber at 5
Yeah. And you know my love language is airport pickup and drop offs. Like, I need it.
Correct.
And so I really appreciate
Correct.
Jackie.
You are.
Jackie took me to the airport this morning. He got up and I needed that gesture from you. I really did, and I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I just think there's nothing worse than going out of town or coming back into town and the first person you see is an Uber driver. As kind and as amazing as they could be, like, I want to see someone I love. You know, like, that's what I want. And so, yeah, I went and I flew and I slept a lot of the flight, but like I never had a coffee, and I got here and I didn't have food, and I was just like dying of hunger and thirst and caffeine deprivation. So I'm really just kind of struggling, and I just had I'm drinking my first coffee now, and it's 2:30 in Sweden. It's 3:30 for
You
you
didn't
in
get it.
Turkey. It is
Correct.
7:30 in America a.m.
Yeah.
Mm.
7 what was I gonna say? No, I was gonna say that two things and I got distracted. So you see this empty being married to, you see this empty shelf behind me?
Mhm. Yeah, I see it.
It is now driving me it is now driving me crazy. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, we need books, we need an incense,
Yeah,
we need a couple things.
I
You
love
want to
that
set it
about.
up real quick? You can grade me.
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. Tomorrow, you have 2 more days without me.
You're right. I'm gonna
You're,
show up better tomorrow because I dropped the ball, and you know what, you you flipped the script on me because you made me change seats. So
I didn't make you. You asked me my opinion, which is something we're trying to get better about. Is saying, hey, do you want me just to agree with you right now, or do you want my opinion? And you asked for my opinion, and I said the light would be better the other way.
yeah, yeah, you were
So,
right, and you were right.
and I honestly think this looks sleek. You wouldn't want an incense to look like it's growing out of your head.
No, no, you're right. I want this light switch.
You look very handsome today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. That's really nice.
Yeah, and I
I
love you.
feel good. I do feel good about myself right now. Thank you.
Good. You know, that's something I've been thinking about. I was scrolling through my phone looking for videos of Lucas on Mother's
Mm-hmm.
Day, just like, or I guess I was doing it this whole weekend. I don't know. I was just missing him, and we were just
Yeah.
watching a lot of videos of him. And I was scrolling back, and it was before we moved to Turkey, and I was like, wow, I used to just take so many selfies when I thought I looked cute, and like, I don't have very many selfies since we moved to Turkey, and I feel like I just there's seasons of everything, right? And like you're not gonna be put together every single day. Like that just wasn't the season of life we were in. But I'm very
Yeah.
excited to get home this summer and get to play dress up in my closet and blow dry my hair and like take a cute picture of myself and like
Yeah.
feel cute.
No, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see you I'm excited to see you this summer.
Oh my
Show
God,
up, show
you
out.
love Summer Lacy.
What's that? That's when I met you.
I know you love Summer Lacy. I love Summer Jackie.
Yeah. Yeah. That actually reminds me, and I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We obviously don't record on Sundays, so obviously I want to say happy Mother's Day to you as well. You are an amazing stepmother
Thank you.
to our son, Lukey, and he's lucky to have you. We just got off the phone with him, and what did he say? He said we asked him between
No,
he had
just let
said
me explain.
the
to you.
Yeah, he had said something where we were like, okay, that didn't happen. This happened. And he's like, oh, yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. Just let me explain. Let me explain what I said and why I said it.
He's in that. He's 4, you guys. So he's in that stage of
Yeah.
like just all boy, like, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
everything's exploding, crashing, dying, like combusting,
Yeah.
spinning, throwing, scratching, like whatever. He's a sweetheart, but he's like fascinated with that stuff. So he had said
Yeah.
something about some animal once it does this and this and then it just dies and it da 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 da. We were like, maybe we just say like he
He
loses that
lost.
battle. He lost the battle. He
Yeah.
lost the fight.
That's not as cool, but that's not as cool though. It's not as cool to say he lost. It's cool to be like, oh, he died and it was fire.
So, and he was like, oh yeah, no, that's right. Well, let me just explain to you guys like why I said it the way I said it. It's just, he's hilarious. I know every parent thinks that about their child, but he really is hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. And literally knows how to completely work an iPhone.
Oh yeah.
At 4. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm just like, goodness. Well,
but thank you
happy Mother's Day
for wishing us.
Yes, of course.
Happy Mother's Day. This is
of
the
course.
first time. This year was the first year anyone's ever wished me a happy Mother's Day. And I know like as a step parent, like it's an interesting feeling because I don't know, maybe everyone feels differently about it, but I know I struggled with feeling like, I don't know, do I really qualify? Like whatever. And like, I know that I'm not his biological mother. And it's just this weird, constant, like, I don't know. It's a weird mental little battle that you play with yourself. And I feel so blessed to be in the co-parent situation that we're in, where I feel honored and respected and appreciated and loved. And that our families would tell me Happy Mother's Day, that Lucas's mom would tell me Happy Mother's Day and all that stuff. Like, just, I really appreciate that. So thank you for saying
that. Yeah. No, 100%. I love that. I love all of that. It's been really good. Like I said, me and him are both super lucky to have you, to have your mom, to have my mom, to have my sister, some great women surrounded around us men. So
actually, we have to call your mom after this because she got her present, remember? And we never opened it with her.
She did. We'll give her a call. One day we'll open up the platform for her to actually call into the show.
Oh, call in.
We can call in. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if we should call in portion. Yeah, right. So trip went good.
Yeah. I had the middle seat was empty, so I was able to stretch out a little bit. I have a
love that
tote bag that you got me in Bosnia that everyone and their mom compliments. It was like a $30 bag, but I have used it for 3 years. Like, I love it so much. And it basically is a huge pillow. Like, it's a black pillow, basically. Not soft, it's slicky, but it's like a big cushion. And when it's all filled up and everything, I mean, it's literally a pillow. So I just set it on the middle seat and I conked out on top of it, and it was amazing. And then I just woke up, I know I said earlier that I hadn't eaten, but I did eat a little bit of the food on the plane. And by a little bit, I mean the whole meal that they served. But then beyond that, I was starved and I was so hungry.
Yeah. You didn't have they didn't give you coffee on the plane? You just got water?
They offered it, but I still wanted to sleep. So I didn't want to wake up yet.
I got you.
But I'm in Sweden.
I'm glad you are in Sweden. Can you tell us? Did you tell us why you're in Sweden? I mean, I'm sure if people follow you on Instagram, they know. But for people listening, obviously new listeners on the podcast, new subscribers on YouTube, explain why you're there. It may not make sense to everyone to be like, well, why is she in Sweden? I thought her husband lives in Turkey. So take it away.
So I model e-commerce, model e-commerce clothing or for e-commerce brands. And when we moved,
you're international model, call it what it is.
Oh my gosh, thank you. So I did it part-time for a while in Nashville while I was pursuing music, and then I ended up, when I took a step back from music, I ended up pursuing it full-time in Nashville. And then when we got married and I moved full-time to Europe, I decided to reach out to my Nashville agent and see if he knew anyone in Europe for modeling, just to like, I just thought, what the heck? Like, it can't hurt to see if maybe anyone would be interested in signing me. And like, that was kind of the extent of my thought process. And actually, I'm glad we're talking about this, because I feel like a lot of people ask, like, how do you get started? How do you whatever? It's literally by asking. Like, it's literally by putting yourself out there, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
email someone random, send them pictures, whatever. So my Nashville agent, I emailed him originally about working together. Like, I've always known of him. He's always known of me, but he thought I'd been signed forever. So I had just reached out to him and I was like, hey, I'm looking to like actually take this more seriously. And from there, ended up signing with him. And then when we moved to Europe, I asked him, do you know any European agents that you would feel comfortable introducing me to? And, you know, he said he'd reach out, and he's phenomenal. Like, he's seriously the
Yeah.
best. Mark Block, amazing,
Mm-hmm.
amazing. So he reaches out to them. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't know, like, what they are looking for in models in Europe. You know, as an American,
Yeah.
we just think European girls are so much cooler, so much like prettier, and like just more put together. I don't know. You're constantly like, who's gonna care, or who's gonna, what about me is different or needed in the market, right? So I'm kind of just like, we'll
Mm-hmm.
see, who knows. And one of the agents responded and wanted to meet. And so from there, it was just like one step at a time. Like, ended up meeting with them, ended up, you know, having Zoom calls with them, ended up taking some like digitals for them. And then eventually they were like, yeah, we want to sign you. And so they signed me in February of 2023. And that was like 2 weeks before, no, I think it was the week before the earthquake hit. Yeah, it was the week of the earthquake. And
It was. Yeah. You're right.
yeah, so that was pretty crazy. And so I was like, okay, well, now I'm signed, but now this earthquake's happened. I don't know what's going to happen, if we're going to live in Europe, if we're going home, whatever, whatever. And so I kind of had
Yeah.
just like dropped my expectations. And then while I was home, or either right when we got back, I booked my first international job. And it's just kind of
Yeah.
crazy how quickly this has all happened. And then I came and shot one time in Sweden for this company, Naked, which they're amazing. And I shot with them for one day, and it
Shout
went,
out.
yeah, shout out. And it went really well. And so I flew back to Istanbul, and then within 24 hours, they hired me back. So I'm back a month later for 2 days now. And I just love it here in Sweden so much. Like, I keep telling Jackie, who actually has Swedish blood, I keep telling him, I'm like, we have to come back here and vacation with our family one day. And like, it is just
Yeah.
one of the most beautiful places ever. So
Yeah. By far, it's I've been through Sweden. Yeah, I've been to Sweden once, and well, no, sorry, I haven't been to Sweden. I've actually been to Switzerland. So, um, I've just heard it's unbelievable, and I've heard it's just like one of those places you have to visit, if you're traveling through Europe. So I'm glad you're getting to experience it and kind of getting a little firsthand. So when we take our family back at some point,
yeah,
you'll
I
have
hope
you'll
that
know everything. What's that?
you go, baby.
No, no, no. I was gonna say that it'll be interesting to see when we come back if something has changed, because you've obviously been there and experienced it now. So
Yeah.
I definitely, you said you're gonna go tour tomorrow, maybe, or do something, or was that you
I
already did that
was,
today?
no, I should have done it today, but honestly, like, just I'm getting close to that time of the month. It's like literally like T minus
Mm.
24 hours. It's beautiful outside, like stunning. And I
Oh my
really want to soak up
goodness.
the weather, but I'm just
Jeez.
feeling like I need to take it easy and rest. So I booked a massage, and today's really my only day to like
Nice.
go do stuff, because I'll be shooting for the next 2 days all day. But I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it after we get off the phone. So not bad.
Nice. Yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, but
Not bad
hopefully
at
I get to
all.
come back here a whole bunch more times and learn the lay of the land so that I can show you around.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited. I'm glad you're getting to experience it. So it's a really dope experience.
Yeah. Are you proud of me?
I am proud of you. I'm very proud. And the fact that, because at first you were like, you didn't think that, like you said, well, why would they want me? And I was very confident because I know you're a very talented person that this was going to work out. So I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. Another, another cool experience.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you want to share? I kind of want to share a little bit more about our weekend before we jump into New Jersey.
What happened this weekend?
I'm thinking of one specific thing that like really marked our weekend.
From yesterday?
Yeah.
Um,
Or marked my weekend, apparently. Do you not remember what I showed you yesterday?
1 second. You showed me yesterday. You showed me a couple things yesterday. Um,
Honey, your memory. Bro, I'm talking about the testimony that I played for you.
yes.
No,
There
I'm
was a
not.
couple things. There was a couple things that happened yesterday.
I know, but I feel like they all were like a domino effect from that.
In the end, I was thinking about the lizard. So
Yeah.
that's where my brain was. I was trying to process that whole thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a huge part of the day. You're right.
Yeah. Jennifer Toledo's testimony. My friend Abby, who actually married us, shared it with me about a year ago, and I ended up playing it for Jackie. And I'll put it in the description so that if y'all are curious, you should go listen. Actually, this is your homework. You have to go listen to this. Seriously, if
Yeah.
believer, not a
Highly
believer, whatever it
recommended.
is, the Holy Spirit is all over this testimony. You need to go listen to it. And I feel like it reset my rhythm with the Lord. Like I really needed it. It brought me back to a moment by moment with him. And I just felt like so excited after just getting to pray with you, and like God kind of gave us God gave us like these little just God winks, and I just
Yeah.
felt him so strong yesterday, and I'm just so grateful because that in itself is a gift to feel the Lord close to you like that, and like him to give you signs is just like, oh, it's the coolest gift that he doesn't owe us. He doesn't owe us anything, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so I like to stay excited about them and remember them, you know?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's was a big part of the day. And yeah, I think that's just like it is crazy to just experience, like hear her experience with Christ and God and what that looked like in her whole thing. I don't want to give anything away for the people that want to go listen to it. But then to experience that just even just in a very brief, which may have seemed like an unsignificant moment if, had we not listened to her thing. I just thought the timing of it all, because I was even supposed to listen to it the evening before. And then we ended up listening to it that afternoon. And then, um, you know, we end up just having those, what'd you call them? God wink moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, it is just all just so much. So you just renewed in a lot of ways. It just truly fills you up. So
Yeah. It was good. Thank you for listening to it with me. But that's it.
of
That's my weekend
course.
recap. I'll stop speaking
Nice.
now. Oh, and I had Turkish breakfast 2 days in a row. So that was, honey, that noise is about to drive me insane.
What?
The noise of the ice shaking in the cup. But yeah, the Turkish breakfast 2 days in a row was elite. But all right, I'm done. What do you have for us? Sorry. I just chit-chatted for 25.
No, you're no, you're good. You gotta. I mean, it's a long weekend. I mean, they don't hear from us for 2 days. Excuse me. So that's it's an important recap. That's very important.
I would agree.
But we did watch New Jersey. Well, we watched it yesterday, and I mean, we were both. I mean, we were both pretty locked in. But I mean, you were cooking dinner, so we had some things going on. But you watched it again today, right? Or you caught? Are you caught up on the last probably 20, 30 minutes?
I didn't watch it again, but I know what happened.
Okay. You told me you were this morning, so I was just following up if you were doing your podcaster duties or not. And it seems as if there's a strike on your record.
I did do my
And you're
podcaster duties.
probably going to get fired.
Oh my gosh, stop it. But I remember what happened in New Jersey, and I was having that caffeine headache, and I was like, I really can't listen to them argue right now. So
I think I'm going to go find my boyfriend.
I'm sorry, I'm on E online. So I did do my podcaster duties because I was looking up other pop culture news. And like, this isn't even a pop culture podcast, really, but like, you know, we're interested.
Thank you. Yeah, we're interested, to say the least.
What do you think about the New Jersey latest episode and what's popping off?
Well, I would say that your camera good over there? You little tripod getting a little shaky.
No, I have to tinkle. So
said I'm interested to see where they take this with the Teresa and Melissa drama, because obviously it's coming to a head. This is, I said, the catalyst before the reunion. So I'm just very curious to see like what this reunion, because I mean they've hyped this reunion up for probably what 2.5, 3 months now since it started.
Yeah, they look like they're gonna throw hands in the next episode. Legit.
They never do that. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at this point. It's just, you know what, and I granted this is TV, but it's like it always times up to be the last episode. So do these things happen and then they shoot them out of order, or is everything, do they really produce it and put it out in order? Because it doesn't seem as if.
I don't know, honestly. Like I would like to say it's chronological order, because they'd have to have bits of, they talk about things that have happened in the past.
Yeah.
Like not in the past, in like days past. You know what I mean? Like when they were in Ireland, they were talking about the Turkish coffee reading thing. When, you know, when they're about to do this party, what's her bucket already knows the information that she learned in Ireland. So I feel like it is in chronological order.
Yeah. The only reason I asked that is because I'm trying to figure out why Danielle would hold on to that information, and why she would get, I guess, let me say, so brazen, like further on, why wouldn't she just say it at the start? Like she was obviously trying to keep it a secret and didn't want to get involved, but then she waits, tells her, and she's on, you know, they're on, they don't have, like, they've already had some issues or like a little bit of drama. So then it's like, why would she then wait to be like, oh, she might as well have just not said anything.
Yeah, it's giving producer. You know,
yeah,
like it's
hey,
like the
ask her about
wrapping
this.
up. Yeah, like you need to say something to her. She needs to know what's going on. Like we pay you.
I got you. Yeah. You need to ask her. Yeah, dang. Huh.
I mean,
that would be interesting.
I do think that they, I don't know, I've obviously never been on reality television, but I have a feeling they say, like, you should ask these questions, or like, will you bring this up? I don't know.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, yeah. I think that's definitely a possibility. So,
but the whole chit chat between Louie and Teresa just like did not sit well with me.
What specifically about just the entire conversation, or just how Louie was just?
Do you know the conversation I'm talking about?
Yeah. In the bedroom.
Yeah. I mean, he just was like unhinged. It just sounded so controlling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't really understand like why. And it always feels like it's when the cameras are around, but it feels like he like he like has, because he's given like two different things where he was very like they got the namaste doormat and oh, you know, peace and we're all good. He got caught on the phone episode prior, so then I feel like he had to just sell it the whole other way, like sell out and just be like, for it to fit his narrative of why he had called her and said, hey, we're gonna leave him off the wedding list. And she was like, oh, you're on speakerphone. And so I think now he's just like, oh, I'm going to pull you up out the snake pit. I'm going to do this. Like, bro, I thought you was trying to get them back together. Now, why all of a sudden are you trying to, you know, break everything up when you were for them having a relationship prior to the wedding? So it didn't stress her out. I'm like, this is going to stress her out even more.
Yeah. I feel like he's just like, or he's encouraging the victim mentality and then I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like it's because he wants more control of her. So if he can make sure that those relationships aren't repaired, then he maintains the most control in her life.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't see her as like, I don't know. I think she's contributed her fair share to the situation, but I don't think he's helping.
Oh, he's definitely not helping. Yeah, definitely not doing that. And that's the weird, and that's the weird part. But we'll see. I am excited for this week and excited for the reunion. I cannot wait.
Yeah, can we talk about how Frank is like still in love with Dolores? He is. He just is.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't let that go. And that whole dinner or lunch was awkward to the fullest extent. It's like, my guy, like, he turned red and was like, oh, are you? Because I was like, oh, they just produced it and they took it out of context. He was like, no, are you for real? You for real? It's like, bruh, what? I was like,
good on Polly for just like answering him straight. But like,
yeah,
you could tell Polly wasn't ready to share that information,
nope,
especially to the kids. But he wasn't gonna lie about it when directly asked. So it's like he was put in kind of a cruddy position, which I think Frank wanted. But like, he just looked directly at the kids, like what are they gonna think?
yeah.
But he stood his ground. Like, I mean, he's a grown man. She's a grown woman. Like,
Yeah.
we're talking people in their 50s. If they want to get married, they can get married. These kids are grown. Like, they act like their kids are like in middle school, high school. Like, bro, they're in the work field.
Yeah. I mean, it was good on Polly for answering them straight. And you could definitely tell he didn't want to answer the question. And the way she looked at him, she was like, I thought that. I didn't know it was true though. So, and Frank, yeah, did it 100% on purpose. So you're 100% right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Cause I guess now it's come out Polly isn't officially divorced. And he's obviously then had to reveal he's got the ring. That's been the storyline on her for the show.
Yeah.
So it's obvious why they haven't gotten engaged yet, or why that hasn't happened. Because typically, since it came out on the show, it probably would have already happened by now. So Frank she could show it at the reunion. And Frank hasn't proposed. But the whole thing, running through his head, he was like, "Oh, what they say to her? What did he say? He was like, oh, thinking like, oh, now I'm gonna have to like beat Dolores to the punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like was just going on and on about how like Brittany just makes him so happy and so on and so forth. It's like, bro, this is the second time we've ever seen her on camera, and it's only because Dolores is making Polly such a staple. In her life.
No, for sure.
It bums me out. It bums me out because I feel like Frank is like just having to face his regret, which is not stepping up to the plate for Dolores 25 years ago.
Yep.
30 years ago, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely regrets that. He definitely regrets that situation.
For
no question.
Yeah. And then Rachel,
that was kind of...
Rachel adopting.
What's that?
Rachel adopting Jaden.
Yeah.
I was in tears.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. You don't really get to see that dynamic on television, or on any show like that is kind of related in that sphere of reality television. I don't think that they don't ever really touch on like real world, real life things. So it's cool to be able to see him have such a dope relationship with her. The dad, fully supportive, and the son, sitting there and, being able to really talk about it. You can just tell he's just wise beyond his years. And that's solely from the relationship they fostered with him. So it's really, really cool to see.
You can tell he has just a really kind heart. Like he's just like very, he was just so sweet. And I was telling you when we were watching it while I was crying, that I just thought it was so cool that he felt not only comfortable and secure and confident enough to be vulnerable and open up to his parents, but also in front of a camera. And that to me just show like he's loved so well because there was zero fear. Like he, as a young man, he didn't feel afraid to be vulnerable and tell her how he felt, and made eye contact with her the whole time. And I don't know, I'm just watching things like that in kids now, knowing that like we're in that place of life now. Like how can we equip a child to be able to have a hard conversation like that and be able to like bare their heart and know that they're safe, protected, and loved. And she doesn't like baby him, but she respects him and he respects her. And there's a safety there.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. It's so cool to see. And I loved every bit of that.
Yeah, agreed. But on E! News, what I saw was that I guess basically they were playing Paige and what's his bucket, Craig's like preview of tonight's episode of them getting in like a little tiff. So that's going to happen tonight.
Paige and Craig.
Summer House.
With Summer. You were talking about New Jersey Housewives and did the flip on me, and I said Paige and Craig. I had to go through the
files.
The list. I had to go through the files real quick. But yeah, so they got a little tiff, huh?
Yeah, like nothing like when I say little, like a micro tiff, but they're like really E! News is really capitalizing on it. And I guess it's going to be like the storyline tonight, apparently. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll be prepared. We'll be prepared for that. Yeah, we'll be prepared for that. I didn't know that was going on.
Yeah, I can't wait to be back on American watch schedule, show times. I mean, 1 week. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Less than that for you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, I could cry thinking about it. I'm so excited. But anyways, well, I'm sorry about my peace-capades.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
And my lack of headphones, microphones.
So it's okay. This is it's okay. This is trial by fire. So you did great today.
Thank you. What are you gonna eat out of the fridge that I left you?
Yes, you did the whole setup before you left, and I'm super, super appreciative of that. I think I'm gonna get into pasta salad because I haven't had lunch, and I think I'm gonna do a late dinner, and I think I might do breakfast for dinner. Might do the wings, excuse me. Might do the chicken wings.
Don't let the barbecue chicken go bad.
And barbecue chicken. So all of that is what I'm planning on doing. Probably gonna do barbecue chicken with the pasta salad for lunch.
That sounds delightful. I'm starving still. What the heck?
So really, I saw on your Instagram story before we talked, what'd you eat for lunch? I saw you couldn't understand what it was, but
yeah, it was just like a little salad bowl. I don't really know what was in it.
Get some chocolate chip cookies or something.
The fact that that's what you brought up when that was what was on my mind, like I was like, I wish I just had a chocolate chip cookie. I'm not kidding. That was what I was thinking of. So thank you for confirming it. Thank you, Father. I was like, that was so I'll take it. He's saying,
Go get you a
Louie.
nice, yeah. 100%. Well, thank you for joining us all the way from Sweden. And
No, thank you for joining us.
sorry, I'm just appreciative. Just appreciative that you're always here. I always appreciate your presence. It always makes me happy. So that's why I'm let you know that.
Same, Shorty. Well, y'all are going to be getting hormonal Lacy with the same format 2 days. So buckle up, everyone. This week's going to be fun.
It will be fun.
This is our last week of season 1. So soak it up, you guys.
Yes, it is our last season of season 1. So we need to make it a good last week. Yes. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Probably around the same time. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, good or bad. Subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. And yeah, let us know what you guys think as we continue down this road of we should not have a podcast.